Hey everyone, every time I turn the stream on, my hair is more messed up. It's gonna be okay. Okay, all right. Anyway, so hi, welcome to the stream. I am going to be doing another Metafy session. Yes, that's right, another Metafy session. Those smell fake. All right, so I'm going to be getting our student, Tico. Tico is going to be joining us, and we're going to be going over a matchup for the ages, which is against Rob. And we hate Rob. Rob is very, very annoying to have to fight against. I can't stand fighting this character. Open video, a new tab. Let's do that. I don't want to save it. Oh, okay. It wants me to save it. Okay, this is weird. Anyway, we're just going to pull this up here. I'm going to give my student a call, and then we are going to get started. Girl, hey. Hey, not much. Just getting ready to serve you some video analysis realness. Now I see that you've already messaged me and said, oh, I messed up my recovery, the second stock. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. Yeah, same here. Twinsies. So we're just gonna jump right in. Let me share my screen with you. You're doing good today? Good. You're just having a nice, gay, fabulous homosexual day. Ew, I'm sorry. Ew, like you literally had a straight weekend. Like, wow. Like, I thought when you said I had a straight weekend, I thought you just meant like I had a shitty weekend, and I was like, ew, I'm sorry. I love that for us, though. We're going to start calling that. If you start doing things incorrectly in the match, I'm going to be like, that's so straight. Stop it. Anyway, hi Naruto, how's it going? I have the Katy cord up, by the way, y'all, so there should be a link. Yeah, the Katy cord. So it's a Discord channel that I'm or Discord server that had help making, and it's very, very bare bones, but I'm just getting it set up so that way people get notified whenever I upload a new video, post something on Twitter, you know, take a shit. Like, you'll always get a notification anytime anything's happening with me. When I wake up in the morning, you'll get notified. You know, when I breathe, you might get a notification here and there. So anyway, it's just so that way anyone can stay on top, and everybody that likes to watch me, students and just anyone that likes to chill here while I'm streaming, you know, they can just pop in there and communicate with each other. And I also plan on doing like fun activities like specifically for the Discord. So yeah, so that being said, so now let me share my screen here. And so that way they can see. And I think I'm sharing my screen with you already. Okay, cool. So you should be able to see your game, correct? Okay. One question I have for you in the future, is there any way you can edit this website to where all of this is down here? That way the video is above. I think that would just be best, because right here, like, you can see that I can't really center the video. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, you just made this in like 2 seconds, Queen. So like, don't even worry about it. Yeah, how dare this website not be immaculately perfect. All right, okay, so let's just dive right in here. So these are some friendlies you said from the locals, so they're offline, is that correct? Okay, thank God. Okay, so good rule of thumb against Rob. So don't shield. I know, like, it's the start of the match, so I can't tell you, like, how fucking dare you not fucking know to do this right 2 seconds in, but, like, it's generally best against Rob's gyro to not shield it. If it's ever on the ground in front of you, you can just short hop and just neutral air dodge on top of it to grab it. As a mix-up, you know, depending on the situation, you can also short hop and Nehru's and fall on top of it. So that way Nehru's is coming out, and then also the top is reflected. So that way, if it's still spinning, Zelda has a hitbox underneath her that you can grab. And so that way, like, if they land on you and they shield the Nehru's, you're not punishable because the gyro is still going. Again, it has to be while it's still spinning, but it's really cool that you have that option in this matchup. It's just like you have to set it up. So if you ever get your hands on the gyro, try to hold on to it, because now you have a new frame 7 out of shield punish. So anytime a character has an item and you have a hold of it, you want to hold on to it for as long as you can, just even against like Link, because like if you throw it out of shield, it's always frame 7. It's universal. So that gives you a frame 7 punish that you're throwing something, so you're not like putting yourself into danger. So it's much better than fair, because fair is frame 9. So like what's cool is you can throw it and then combo into, you know, depending on percents, you can combo into, you know, pretty much anything. Gyro is just really, really stupid. So let's just take, yeah, so you short hop and then you air dodge, like you just short hop and then you just like air dodge on it, but don't directional air dodge. That will allow you to grab it. Another cool trick is if you're on the ledge, you know how Rob will put the gyro on the ledge. When you jump, if you jump from ledge, you just buffer jump and then you hit dodge, you will jump and grab it immediately. So you have invincibility during the start of the jump, so you don't get hit by the gyro. That's how you avoid gyro, is jump. So if you jump and grab it, the best thing that you can do is either hold on to it and throw it at him, or stay in shield. Now you have a frame 7 out of shield punish. The other thing that you can do is really useful is you can actually throw it up. For some reason, when you throw gyro up, it ascends very slowly and it falls even slower. So it's good to do, because that means that Rob just has to play without it for like a good 4 seconds, which is really, really smart. If you shield it, he gets it right back. Now the other thing is once he does laser, which I think he does gyro into laser here. Once he does this, this is when you set up Phantom. You shield this, you set up Phantom if you have the distance, if you have the range. Because his technically gyro is up, so he can hit you with gyro, but you can react and throw Phantom. So ideally, you grab gyro and hold on to it, and then you shield the laser. So now laser he can't use, and gyro he can't use. You said the command is already up? Yeah, like there should be a Discord link that pops up every so often, Naruto. Anyway, does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so you should have got punished there. They just didn't know that they could punish you. So don't land on people's shield with your aerials. Like I know that we wanted to like hit them, but like we're in neutral. So up till down till short hop nair. Not like it's not terrible, you didn't get punished, but like you can be punished. So I just want to point that out, so that way the next time you're in that situation you resist that urge. Because honestly, since they waited in shield here, you technically could have avoided the risk of getting punished out of shield and just jump and fast fall, turn around, grab. If he shielded, he was waiting for you to do that. So you could also jump and fast fall and then just dash. So just take the dare out of this. Because what we're trying to do is get information at the start of the match. That's what you always want to try to focus on at the start, is getting info on your opponent. So right here, jump, fast fall, land next to their shield. Don't do anything. That way you can't get punished. So you land next to them and just dash out. I know it's scary. If you get hit, at least you know that they're ready to try to hit you immediately. But if you jump and you fast fall, land next to them and dash out, you can see what they try to do out of shield. So right here, we know he grabbed. You're still getting information here. He tried to grab you for it. Good dash attack. So, okay, do you see? So in this matchup, you cannot set up Phantom until laser is down. And it's really weird because, like, let's look at the time. So right here at 58:56, he throws laser. So basically 58 seconds. And it's enough to shoot at you. And then let's see how much time passes before he shoots it again. So it's been 7 seconds and it's already back up. So that means that when he hits your shield or hits you with laser, which if you're playing right, you're trying to play non-committal, so you should be able to react because he's got a startup animation. You can see he just rears his head back like he's about to suck a big dick. Like he just rears his head back like that. And, you know, so you know, you can react to it with shield. And it was good on you that you shielded here. So now you know, every time you shield Rob Laser, you have like 7 seconds to get a Phantom going. Because now you got it out, but you jumped. The other thing is you always have Reflector. So he's tricky. If he like shoots it here, if you the thing is, it's like if you reflect the bigger laser, it travels a little bit more slowly. It's not as fast. So he has time to like throw it and get away. Especially if he just jumps and then throws it, because he'll fall afterwards. So if you reflect it, it sends it right back the way it came, and he avoids it. So it's actually better for you to reflect like the earlier charge. Right here, just you can react. So just keep that in mind. Great, up tilt, yes. Okay, love that you went to center there. Okay, wait, I didn't realize there's music going here. Let me stop this. Okay, so why did we Nehru's? Right, but why were you expecting it? No, it's okay. So it's more so the fact that I personally think it's more so that you threw out F smash and you missed. So you're expecting it as a punish. So just don't F smash and then you won't be in that position. You know? The other thing is that if you shield and he throws gyro, you can actually jump Nair out of shield and you can catch it. It's very easy to catch gyro with Nair. So if it's in the air, like shielding it is not good because it gives it back to him, but you still don't get hit. So you can at least try to shield and try to like jump and catch out of shield with Fair. You can try to catch out of shield with Nair, because as I understand this correctly, or if I do, which I'm pretty sure I do, it's that when you grab an item, you can grab items with your attacks, and your range of grabbing that item is as big as your hitbox. So if your hitbox overlaps with the item, you grab it. So like if you Fair at it, I'm pretty sure Zelda can like put her foot at it, and as long as it's like it just will appear in your hand. It's pretty nuts. Okay, don't skip ledge. You're missing out an opportunity to like I'm this is great. This is great. But like, just, you have to stop skipping ledge, even if you come out on top. And that's the problem, is that when you skip the ledge and you come out on top, it reinforces the behavior. You're like, oh, okay, there's a positive association. I skipped the ledge. Yeah, sure. I broke the rule, but I hit him off stage. So I was right. It's not helping you in the long run. So go to ledge. No, it's not. It's not. Change our vernacular, girl. We're not. We don't. It's not stupid. It's not stupid stuff. It's just stuff that we could do differently. So sometimes we do things that are not as effective as other things, but that doesn't make them stupid. Vernacular is incredibly important when talking about ourselves. Okay, so see right there. So again. So this is kind of hard because you have to keep in mind, like, every 7 seconds, Rob's laser's up. So even if you aren't tracking, and because like you don't need to be looking at the clock, you can just sort of get a feeling. So like right here, you hit them off stage. Rob knows you want to set up Phantom. So you literally, all you do here is you hold shield and you wait for Rob to throw the laser. Now you can reflect it or you can shield it. Reflect would be better, because if you reflect it here, it has smacked him in the face. So like, yeah. This is just a different matchup. It's why we have to play. This is, again, it's the beauty, and it's also like the ugly side of playing like Zelda. Like, since you're not a top tier character, you have to play their game. So something that's really interesting, if you think about Melee, is that all the top tier characters in Melee get to play their own game, except Sheik. Sheik is the only top tier character that plays their game. They play against their game, and they're able to punish their game by playing their game. So it's like, okay, if I'm fighting against like Captain Falcon and he's like rushing me down and all this type of stuff, I just have to like allow him to do that and then punish accordingly. You know, if I'm playing against Marth, like I have to allow him to have his space. I can't just like rush in and try to combo him and shit like that. So the same concept applies here. When you knock Rob off stage, you have to keep in mind, okay, he's got that laser. So like if he doesn't shoot the laser at you and he's like down here, he's going to be more focused on recovery. Oh God, he's more focused on recovery. So he's probably not going to throw the laser up. He might, but he's probably not going to do that. So you just wait for the laser, reflect it back or shield it, either one, and then set up your Phantom then. The other thing is you want to use those tools against him because like when you fight a Rob and you're reflecting their shit back at them, good, I liked that. Good. Okay, see, they screwed up there. No, it's okay. But do you see how like right here when they were off stage and they throw the laser, like they miss here, but like if you had just held shield right there, it wouldn't have hit you, and then you could react by, oh, it didn't hit me. Then you can drop shield, then you can start charging your Phantom. But you're still stuck in a Din's Fire animation. Din's Fire can be good against Rob, but it's got to be something he's not really expecting because he can hit you first. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because like if you Nehru's and he throws a projectile at you, you either reflect it back at him or it doesn't hit you. But just keep in mind that shield, like let's simplify even more, shield accomplishes that as well. But if we see the gyro, we can either try to jump and catch it, intervene, or we can reflect it. And then we can pick it up, and then we can start charging Phantom and hold on to it. Because if you have that gyro, he does not have it. Something else that's good is like, let's say you're in this position and you have the gyro. What's nice is you can actually jump and throw it up here and then charge the Phantom. So Phantom's covering mid. This is covering high, his gyro, because it falls so slow. So then you can sort of watch him react to both of those tools. And then you can use Zelda to either notate what's happening or punish accordingly. Right here, let's see what we do. We back off, we charge Phantom. Nice, Nehru's. Nehru's will prevent that from happening. Since you have invincibility, you will beat him out every single time if he tries to side B you. Okay, so right here we shielded, and then it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It was just very straight of you. Yeah, it was just very straight. Like you tried to parry it. Like in this instance, like I know I said don't shield it. But yeah, it's better for you to like to not get hit by it. Like if you cannot get hit by it, prioritize that number one first. Don't get hit by it. If you can see that when they throw it out, it starts out very fast and then it slows down once it makes contact with like the platform, that sort of thing. Yeah, well, yeah, it bounces. That's why it's really good. So like technically you could just like hold shield or like Nehru's it. You probably want to Nehru's it. The other thing is that technically you'll start to get better at this the more you play this matchup. You can sit and shield. And then like if it's coming at you, you can just jump, and if you don't feel comfortable jumping and like grabbing it with Nair or grabbing it with Fair, you can just jump and air dodge. And you'll just grab it. Okay, like this movement though was so good. Right here, you send them off. Right here, like you did the Nair and then dashed back and then jumped. Now the dare is why you get punished. If you fast fell and held shield, you got to mix that in more. So like you have a habit of like trying to jump and like land on people with aerials. You also need the habit of jumping and fast falling and grabbing. I know that getting grabbed sucks, especially against Rob, but it's like it's still a part of the game we have to play, and that's the risk that we take playing a character that's a high risk, high reward glass cannon. So you have to be willing to jump and fast fall and like mix in like just shielding or jumping and fast falling next to them and then dashing out. Or you can like jump, fast fall, short hop. And then like, you know, basically you just have to like play with what you do after you land instead of always landing with an aerial. Because since you're always landing with an aerial, they always are comfortable. Like you're putting them in the same situation over and over. The more you expose somebody to something, the more comfortable they're going to be in it. You know, like the first time that you throw a dog, you know, because everyone throws dogs. The first time that you toss a dog in the water and it's never swam before, it's very uncomfortable with that situation and it doesn't know what to do. But you know, if you're constantly putting that dog back in the water, it may hate you, but it's going to understand like how to swim. It's going to understand like, you know, and then a couple years later, whatever, like it's fine. Every time it gets in the water, it has no problem. It's the same thing. Same concept applies here. Stupid analogy, or silly analogy rather, but it still applies. So right here, you get the Nehrus, nice. The only reason Phantom didn't follow up there is because the gyro hit, the Phantom interrupted by the gyro, so it delayed it just a little bit. But that's okay. We still defaulted back to center. So right here, if you had just like full hopped and then fast fallen here, like even not even behind them, but like just in front of them, like I'm telling you, there's a lot you could do there. Just full hop, fast fall, dash forward. Because what you're trying to do by getting close to them or landing next to them and then dashing out is you're trying to get them to do something out of shield. Right? If you get close to them and they're in shield, they feel pressured. So they're probably going to do something. What's nice is at 132%, since they're higher percent than you are, you can afford sometimes to jump in, land next to them, fast fall, and then like grab. Or you could like jump, fast fall, dash back, turn around, pivot grab. Because they're high percent. They don't want to get kicked. So if you jump and they're in shield, they don't want to risk it. That's when Zelda's Tomahawk game actually gets a lot stronger, is when their opponent's at high percent and she isn't at high percent. Because kick will kill. So now they really have to utilize shield. If kick doesn't kill, then they're not as scared of your aerials as they should be. Okay, so right here, when we do this little dance and you get to the ledge first and you get up and you jump, like you go back here and you charge Phantom, since you're higher percent, I would recommend getting back a little further. I'd probably stand right here. Just so that way, if they jump like they do here and you finish, if you were here, you could just dash back to center. But now that you're here and they jumped, by the time you react to it, you're scared of getting hit, so you froze in shield. Now you decided to go back, and that's when they... And see what you're doing? What are you doing? You're doing dare again, girl. You're like, you're going dare crazy. You got some new... You got some new shoes, and you were like, honey, take a look at these Jimmy Choos. Right, but what rule are we breaking? Right, you're in disadvantage right here. Technically, you're an advantage, right? But we get confused. You're at 100%. The risk is not worth the reward. The risk of trying to dare him is not worth the reward of hitting him, because the risk is that you die if you screw up. Granted, Bear would have been perfect here. Yes, Bear would have been perfect. But regardless, again, same thing applies. Bear is not going to be worth it if you die, right? Granted, the trade-off is he dies if you're right. So I understand the gamble, but we never want to make a gamble that's not in our favor. It's hard to, but we want to try our best to not do that. Up throw. Okay, back throw works too. Just so we're clear though, because I'm nitpicky. You know, that's what gays do. So when you grab them here, up throw is going to kill, and since the stage on small battlefield, the ceiling is very small, you have a better chance to kill them off the up throw. Like I know the back throw killed because of the percent, but if you can, try to use up throw to kill, because back.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. It's totally okay.
I know Robin's.
Right. So here it will, because they're at that percent. So like, here's the thing, like I can try to provide this for you, but it's much easier if you figure it out on your own. Just go into training mode, go to the stage, grab Rob, and just up throw him until you find the percent where he dies, and you'll remember it because you did it yourself. I can tell you, but you're not going to be as likely to remember. I'm just saying. So the other thing is that when you back throw them, Zelda's back throw, don't get me wrong, Zelda's back throw is the 7th strongest back throw in the entire game. It is a very strong back throw. It's no Ness back throw, but it's very strong. However, when you back throw them, since they're traveling longer than they would if you were to throw them up and they would die, they have a chance to like DI and curve the like how high they go up, because you're sending them in a corner. We want to send them straight up. So that's the only reason I want to bring it up. The other thing is that we want to keep back throw, if we can, for situations where we back throw to charge Phantom at like lower percents, because like we're trying to shy away from using down throw so much. And I'm at least glad I haven't really seen that from you yet. Okay, the pivot grab was a little to be desired, but this right here, you're like playing safe, you don't corner yourself. I don't know why I don't know, I just don't even know. She's just like going pink Power Ranger mode. Like you trying to fight her like she's Rita Repulsa. Literally, you're giving us Hillary Duff over here. So right here, when you could try to fair, you could try to grab, try to do all that shit, but you played safe. You got out. Now, granted, you expected them to dash in, and so like we gotta eliminate this like guessing. Like again, it's a habit. It's because people have chased you when you back off, and so you think to pivot grab. But grabs are a lot more like educated. They have to be a lot more like educated guesses. So that's why I say, like, when you jump and do this dare, to mix in like jump and fast fall and not do the dare, because they're expecting to shield the dare, and then you get the grab. That's how you get your grab. Or if like they're just like right here, they're like landing next to you, you can, instead of shielding their attack, you can just dash back and try to pivot grab their landing. That's how you want to get grabs as Zelda. So it's like you're applying that concept, but it's not like you saw them jump and try to land next to you and then you dashed out and pivot grabbed at the last second. It's the fact that you got out here and it's like you just expected them to follow you. But again, you didn't get punished, so it wasn't bad. Nayru's there a little too late, but it's okay. You didn't get hit. So just try to save Nayru's for this. So like by keeping ourselves available, right? And by like right here, like you're shielding, whatever, like when you drop shield here, like if you chose not to do anything and you're watching him, then you can just wait until you see him. Like, girl, look at this shit. When you see him, I promise you can. I promise you can. There's so much, there's like half a second startup. It's the same concept of like, and see, you did react to it. Don't tell me you can't react to it, because you did. You shielded, and you shielded out of Nayru's. So all you have to do is just watch him, and as soon as you see him rear his head back, you just hit Nayru's. It's frame 4. You will get it. Promise. Love the little phantom kick just to sort of see what they do. Like, okay, your laser's down, so now I can charge phantom a little bit more safely. But I'm just going to throw it out to see what happens. And they shielded. And so you're playing it safe. I like that. Okay, we jumped back. Girl, that dare's got to go. I'm going to get you some new shoes because those shoes, honey, they're not actually Jimmy Choo's. They're counterfeit. They're not real. Yeah, exactly. No, it's okay. It's okay. I think you were just thinking like, okay, it's my turn. Let me hit them back. Okay, so that worked out in your favor. Okay, good. I like that you got off the platform there. That was good. Right here, when you like get on this platform, you being underneath the platform against Rob is terrible because if Rob does like this up tilt shit, he can do it twice. And if he does it twice and then does up air, it will shield poke you if you stay in shield. So you have to get off. So I don't like the bear, but you still got off. So that's fine. I'm just gonna look at that one more time because I just didn't expect it. I was watching the stage. Oh, you air dodged. Okay, that's okay. That's all right. Whatever. You're like, I didn't need that stock. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. That was a good Din's Fire. Because you traded. But again, I will say this. You get this Phantom at a huge range away. This was very nice. That's why we love this stage, because Phantom literally just covers the platforms. It's nuts. You can stand under one platform and charge, and it covers the other platform. All you have to do is just get underneath one of them. So that was good. Right here, you have Phantom protecting you. So you were able to, like, it stopped it just for a smidge for you to, like, get it out. And then Din's Fire explodes anyway. So he just took a nice fat 18%. So you, like, literally traded percents. So that's okay. But again, if we were looking for Nehru's, like in this matchup, you are primed to watch and just wait for him to do this, and then you just reflect it back. Now, this is an example. Right. This is an example. If you reflect it here, it's going to go right back like this, and it's not going to hit him. But you are dispelling it. You are getting rid of it. You are canceling it out, so you don't have to worry about it. Shielding it is okay too. But the stronger a projectile gets when you shield it, like the longer you're going to be sitting in shield. So sometimes it's worth it to just reflect it, because the total frames, when Zelda reflects something, I'm pretty sure when Zelda reflects, she's not affected by, I know this for a fact, actually. When Zelda reflects something, you know, like when somebody hits you or hits your shield, like you experience that like little delay. If you reflect a projectile, that doesn't happen. So sometimes it can be better for you to just reflect, because that way it's technically less lag. And you're not doing any damage to your shield. Why didn't we do the up air there? Let me see. Well, I don't see it, and I don't think anything came out. Is the thing. Oh, I thought. No, you're good. So yeah, right here, it's like you had it, you had the read, but you weren't confident in it. Yeah, you weren't confident in it. And I think it's because you were scared about getting hit. And I think that you were probably second guessing yourself. So be confident. You knew that that was going to happen. Like, you knew to jump there and call that out. Like, just because we want to play safe and we want to, like, you know, not lose stage control, and like we're getting coaching and stuff and we're improving, you know, we put ourselves in situations where sometimes we don't follow our heart, and it's like, girl, like, you had it. You literally had it. So just like, go for it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But like here, you're literally putting yourself in the path of getting hit. So it's like, either stay there and just like, if you're not confident, don't go in. If you are confident, then go in. If you are confident, you go in and you're still wrong. That's a message that's teaching you something, that your idea of confidence there wasn't correct. But right here it was. You just second guessed yourself. Okay. I don't know why he went for that, but he needs to, if he goes for that with gyro toss, he'll be fine. Okay, so keep ourselves available and stay aware. So right here, you see that gyro coming, you're throwing Din's Fire. Right here, you can just dash attack. If you want, you can just dash attack the gyro. So dash attack's actually a great, yeah, dash attack's a great way to, like, if the item's like right here in front of you, you can just dash attack. And when you dash attack, you'll just pick it up. Because you're putting your hurt box at the end of your, because it's like in front of Zelda. So when you pick, like if you dash towards it and you have the hitbox out, like I said, if the hitbox overlaps the item at the same time the attack comes out, then you'll grab it. So because of that, you started Phantom, and the Phantom just immediately broke as soon as you started it because you weren't focused on the gyro. Okay, though, you still killed him. Pick that gyro up, keep it. Get that, oh, you got to get that. Just like Black Eyed Peas, you got to get that. So make sure you're picking up the gyro when you can, because that's, again, free frame 7 out of shield punish. Ooh, okay. Okay, cute, but risk versus reward. We're at 72%. Like, I'm happy that you, like, you know, you're like, okay, I'm going to go for it. I've been practicing this. I know I can get it. Fast fall. So, okay. Yeah. So you see how you didn't get hit here? So the thing, I will say this, in this situation, if you did the fast fall dare into turnaround up tilt, so as soon as you input dare, right now you're moving your stick, your analog stick up and slightly to the left, and then as soon as you land, you hit the A button. You would have hit him. You would have scooped up the other way. Okay, yeah, so risk versus reward. They're 0%. We're playing committal. We need to reset neutral, up tilt, down tilt, short hop, nair. So we're in disadvantage. We skip the ledge. We're doing dare. So I know why you're doing dare, because this is a habit that all Zeldas have. You don't want to be in tumble, and you're also trying to cover them coming into you. So it's like it's not that bad if, like, you know, the situation fits, but like right here, you're on a platform. So your goal is to get off the platform and reset neutral, not time to charge a Phantom, because when you did this, you just like literally put yourself here to be hit. Good neutral get up to shield. Assess the situation. Okay, so we jump back, charge Phantom. We're a little scared right now. We're getting smacked. We're Nehrusing preemptively, so things are starting to come apart a little bit here because we're nervous. So we're Nehrusing, so it's like we're starting. What happens when you get high percent, and it's like you're I don't know, it's like all your trauma that you've always been, like you've been through in the past is just bubbling and coming over to the surface, and you're just like Nehrusing to just, you know, get the trauma away, but you're getting back on and you're just like, no mama, no. So in this situation, yeah, like here, right here, if you had just kept yourself available when they did that, because I have no idea why they did that, you could have just grabbed them and down throw back air. Down throw back air, like on a big character at 0% is I'm okay with, because you don't have to, and I haven't really talked to you about this yet, but like at low percent, down throw back air is usually always going to work on characters that are huge. So like, I don't have a problem with it because it's not so much of a guess anymore, because they're huge. You're not really going to miss. But that would, you could also grab, back throw, jump back, charge Phantom, whatever here. But because you jumped in Nehrus and you didn't keep yourself available and you didn't try to reset neutral, like all of those rules are being broken. And because you broke those rules, you're off stage. Good stalling. Do you see how you're using neutral get up to shield and you're getting off the ledge almost every time? That's good. They're not punishing your neutral get up. They need to be trying to run up and trying to grab you, but they're not going for that. That's because they're kind of slightly scared here. Okay, so do you see how they just jumped in front of you and then they grabbed you? That's what I'm talking about doing to them. They can do it a little faster than you can, but you can still do it because it's like a fundamental RPS of the game. So watch what he does. You forward smash, you miss, so you shield because you're scared you're going to get hit, and so he gets you anyway. Now he's going to down throw you and up smash, I'm assuming. Okay, so you waited, so that's smart. Okay. So yeah, here's the thing that sucks about going beneath the ledge. If he puts that out at the right time, you will always die. You will always get hit by it because that's a point you have to go to, and you're vulnerable for the first 2 frames before you grab the ledge when you recover from below. So if he puts out that dare, let's look. Let's see how active his dare is. Just for fun. Let's just see. Just for funsy. Too active. It's super straight. Let's take a look. So it's active for frames 20 to 26. So that means that that's active for what? 20 minus 26 minus 20 is 6 plus 7, or plus 1 is 7. So it's active for 7 frames. So that's a long time. He can basically put that out risk-free because you still have to grab the ledge. So if he misses, he's okay. And it has 12 frames of landing lag. So think about that. It has the same landing lag as Zelda's Dare. Same landing lag. So he comes out of it very quickly. It also auto cancels on frame 45 onward. So if he uses short hop Dare, pretty sure it auto cancels as he lands. So he can try to do that. And if you grab the ledge and he misses and you try to get up or roll, he can chase you. So I don't think that you played the matchup very badly at all. I just think that there are certain things that you weren't focused on that I think that if you have this information the next time you fight a Rob, it's going to go a lot more smoothly. Granted, it's hard to implement these things immediately, but the next time, go ahead and go back to your local, ask that person if you can play friendlies with them. And then now you know that, you can air dodge on top of the gyro and grab it. You can short hop Nehru's on top of the gyro and reflect it. You watch while you play, you watch for Rob to use the laser. When he uses the laser, you reflect it back at him or you shield it. And then not only that, think about this. Think about if Rob throws the laser at you and you reflect it and now he's in disadvantage, then you get to jump and shoot Phantom out. Like, it's just a much better scenario for you to be in. It's basically reversing the scenario altogether. You can literally win neutral just by waiting for him to blow his load and you just shoot it right back at him and you're just like, fuck you, we broke up 3 weeks ago, I don't want any more of this. So you just give that to him, give it back, and if you're watching for those opportunities, you're going to be in an advantage state a lot more often, because I guarantee you're going to fight against Rob players where all they're going to do is constantly try to force their game onto you. And if you don't respect that, then that's how they win, because you're just trying to play your own game. But no, you have to play Rob's game. I think that for the time remaining, I would like to try to pull up. I think I've got a match against a Rob. I don't think it went that well because this was like a while ago. But let me see. Katy, Parry, Rob. It's going to be like, did you mean... Let's see, I've got one. Is that the only one that I have? Okay, that's the only one I have against Rob. This isn't that great of a match, but... Yeah, this was in March, so I was very mashy here. So again, you're gonna see me breaking my own rules. You're gonna see me like, going for shit that I shouldn't be going for. Oh, that was me being super cunty. Did you see that? I'm like, you stupid bitch. Anyway, love anchovies. They're super nice. They're super kind. All right, do you see how I picked up the gyro with dash attack? Now he's kind of silly. He threw it up himself, and he shouldn't have, but whatever. That was bad. I don't recommend doing that. I'm dead. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Ugh, I looked so good that day. I was wearing like a really, really nice turtleneck sweater, and I had like this really long necklace. Ugh, I was giving such non-binary vibes. I was giving Jonathan Van Ness. All right, let's see, up till. See, so like what's kind of happening here is like what you sort of wanted. I'm taking the initiative to set up phantoms, and then he's reacting to it by charging phantom, which is not what we want. We want them to go for it first, and then we see how every time I set up phantom, he's just shooting it. That's not what I want right now in this situation. That was smart on his part. See, I reflected laser back at him. Okay, see how I'm using Din's Fire and I got smacked there? I gotta play a little bit more non-committal. I'm just throwing shit out. Okay, shield. See how I'm just like carelessly, at this point, I'm just sort of like annoyed, and you can't let that stuff get to you, because that's literally what I'm doing right here, and I'm just dying for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was a little bit of a mix. Right here, I teleported, but instead of going back to the ledge, I called that out and I just like teleported. I did a beefy up B, so I would skip the ledge, but I did it at this weird angle. Let me show that one more time. Right here, I should have just released Inspire like right here, because I would have been able to set up Phantom. But see, this is what happens when you go for it. Like now I can set up Phantom. And like sometimes it'll work, but like I should have, if I had set up a Phantom sooner, it would have been a much scarier situation for him to have been in. So we want that situation to happen more often. Right here, I'm just doing the most risky shit ever. Like, you know, but we all do it. Sometimes it catches them off. Grab the ledge here, try to up air, miss. See, how did I play that? Did I lose the, let me see. I don't know if I lost. All right, let's watch this game. Now this game, of course, I know that like I think I get like a pretty sick lead, and then I just like start going crazy, and then I like lose that lead pretty easily. I can't tell you that this is the best Rob gameplay that you'll ever see, because it's definitely not by a long shot. But I want you to be able to see like when I go for risky shit and I get punished for it. That's actually the main thing I want you to take away. This isn't me trying to show you like how to play the Rob matchup. This is me trying to show you that like somebody else playing the Rob matchup, when they do things incorrectly based on like what we went over, when shit's you'll be able to see like when shit doesn't work for me, when shit does work for me. Like that was just now that was like I went for just a bitch, but I went for down throw here because I was like they're probably gonna DI in. I went for it when I knew that like to me down throw is like you can go for it like if it's gonna kill, number one, and number two, if your back's to the ledge, because the thing is that if they DI out here and I do this kick and I miss, I still have stage. Right? Like, let's say they went over here and they air dodged, whatever. I still have stage, so this is fine. Any other scenario using down throw, I don't recommend. I should have picked up the gyro there. Setting up Phantom. I don't know what he's doing. literally like spin class. Oh my god, I'm so cunty. Like I didn't deserve this. This is my point. Like when you down throw and you miss that kick, it's just awful. Now he could have fared me right here, but he didn't. He was like, okay, I'm gonna land with Nair because I'm Rob. And so I was able to call that out with Nehru's, and then of course he was, you know, I just called that out. So this is just like me punishing his bad. This is like a classic case of like, no disrespect to them, but like when you're the better player. So like I can't tell you that like, oh, this shit's gonna be great. because, you know, that was just me punishing his like mistake. It's not me like being like, just like, I don't know, like doing something that's like meta, because it's not. Yeah, I'm just going crazy with teleport cancels at this point because I'm like, I just want to schmix them super hard. Okay, that was actually good on my part. So do you see how like right here, I got up, I do up tilt, and I didn't get the up tilt, but I got the nair afterwards because it was like the up tilt allowed me to cover that area and watch what they were doing. And since they jumped and did like that startup of nair, I was able to call it out. They're so big, so nair is very, very good at calling them out. See, tell me right here. Tell me right here, like after this teleport and cancel, like what should I be doing here? Yeah, shield is good, and that's what I do here. But like let's look at the situation. Like I'm at 112%. That's not good. So anything I do, if I'm wrong, I'll probably die. And I don't want to get grabbed at this point. So like shielding, yes, technically I'd rather get grabbed than anything else. But that's what makes Rob like a strong character, is that like since, you know, they can kill off a grab, shielding isn't as strong when you're at high percent. So right here, I like rolled to the corner. That was terrible. I should have just gone back to center here. Right here, I down tilt. Like I guess I get it because I'm already there, but I should dash back right now. But I'm shielding, and it's just like I'm putting myself in this bad position, and then I get hit. So it's just like if I had just, after this teleport cancel, if I had just done this dare, see, I do it too, but it doesn't work. Like if they shield it, you don't get a follow-up, you don't get a grab. So, and then I rolled to the edge there. That's just not good. So I got hit again, skipped the ledge, going fucking crazy, literally like just snorted cocaine or something. And see, I'm like literally, I'm see, so didn't you literally do that earlier? I get it, girl. I get it. Sometimes we try to do too much and it just overloads our brain. Right here, case in point, we have to keep in mind like if they have gyro or not. Right now he has gyro. So he has a frame 7 punish out of shield, but he also has a punish out of disadvantage. So I punished his nair by doing my short hop nair, but I started Phantom, which is what you normally want to do, but he can just throw that at me. So it's like you got to be very aware. Does he have gyro? Is laser up? You know, open with Nehru's, open with shield. Don't even at advantage. Because like even if he didn't have gyro, if I started Phantom after I hit him, what does he have available? Laser. And now I'm just like, yeah. Like I'm getting pissed off. I'm starting, and you can see my panic options are coming out. Again, this was uploaded in March, but this actually took place in January, so this is a while ago. But you can see that, you know, what my panic options are, at least in this moment. Oh, I wanted that dare so bad. Okay. I'm in literally, I don't know what's wrong with me right now. This is just not good. It's just not good. All right, so I picked up the gyro, set up Phantom, charge the F smash, tried to at least roll back to center. That's okay though. Okay, they missed that. Oh, and then they still hit me. So you can see like I had a 3-stock lead or 2-stock lead, and like I gave it all up because I was just playing so carelessly. I was just trying to force the kill and just, you know, make sure he died. And like it just, was it worth all of that bullshit? God no. Like I lost like both stocks because I was just like being like just too much. So hopefully you're able to see that and see like what you shouldn't be doing and what you should be doing. So do you feel like after us doing this that you at least have some more clear ideas on how to like go up against Rob? Okay, good. I'm gonna quiz you. So if you're starting a match against Rob right at the start, what are you looking for? Gyro or laser. Yeah, so you can sort of so the thing is, of course, protect yourself at all costs. Shield is the fastest, it's frame 1. So you can shield you know, in response to those projectiles, and then try to work from there. Gyro is a little hard to always know whether or not to reflect it or shield it. So if you have to shield it, it's okay. But gyro is hard because it comes out so fast. Like if we look at gyro here, like let's look at special moves. So down B, 3 frame startup. So they charge it, but when they throw it out, it says 3 startup from charging state, 6 frames to enter charging state, reaches full charge on frame 98. So if it's fully charged, they don't have to enter a charging state. So if it's fully charged and they throw it, it's frame 3. Just shoots right out. It's fucking insane. So that it's understandable that you would shield it because it's hard to react to. And we don't really want to guess with committal options, right? We don't want to guess with Nehrus. So you can sort of like try to play it to where if you play slow and you're just watching how they're using their moves, you can normally see what the pattern is. Sometimes they'll throw out gyro and then they immediately throw out laser. Sometimes they'll throw out laser and then they'll throw out gyro. If you watch them for long enough and you play slow, you'll start to pick up on like how they like to use it. So then you can start going for those more like Nehrus options. I will tell you, if you're going to be committal with Nehrus, full hop Nehrus does auto cancel. So if you do full hop Nehrus and then you land, I think we went over this, you do full hop Nehrus and you land, you can act by the time before you land and as you land. So you can use it to like sort of move and put out a reflect at the same time. And then, you know, if it doesn't hit you, you can always try to go back for it. Other than that, let's look at beam. So neutral B is a 25 frame startup. So you can see that the close-up range is active for 3 frames. It's not very long, just that. Then the second one is 25 to 43, and the maximum is like this long, which is funny because it's not nearly as big as it looks. Like in the game, it looks fucking huge, but in actuality, it's not that big. So if it's 25 frames and it also has to travel to you, it is 100% reactable. Because if you think about it, Zelda teleport, she disappears on frame 17, and that's people can immediately just tap shield. So you can do the same thing. So shielding is the good option because you can shield it and then watch out for gyro, set up phantom, whatever. But if you happen to shield, you can sit and shield. So here's the trick. I'll try to show this to you actually in training mode real fast. Training mode. Hopefully you can see this here. Let me go to live screen. Okay, so let me go back out here and I will go to training mode and I'll show you. It's very simple, but I just wanted to have a visual with this so you know, can just pick it up a little bit easier. So
training
Zelda and where is it? Disgusting creature. Okay. All right, so right here, if I set Rob, let's see, if I set Rob to, I can do, so I can shield, right? But while I'm in shield, I can hold shield when I think they're gonna do it, and then I can short hop out of shield and hit Nehrus. So that way it's like the safe option is at least I'm shielding. But if I'm confident in the fact that I could, if I'm shielding already and I know he's going to go for it, like right there, I tried to do it, but I was too late, but I didn't get hit. Now right here, I did because I accidentally full hopped, but see how I'm getting hit before the startup? So you either have to commit to shield or you can even jump out and do it a little sooner. So as soon as you see him do it, like I'm watching his ass. You better believe I am watching him. If I see his head rear back, like I'm even that close and I'm seeing it. It's because it's a frame 25 like option. So you have half a second to react to it. So since the reflector comes out on frame 4, like that's very forgiving. You have plenty of time to get that reaction in there. So hopefully that makes you feel a little bit better in knowing that like you can just watch them. And if the other thing is like if you have gyro in your hand, he cannot use gyro. So now you know the only thing he can do is either come to you, which is what we want. Because, you know, if he comes to us, you know, then we can like start like throwing out if we have gyro, we completely have phantom for free. So you can just like, okay, like lasers down, I can jump and throw this and hit him, whatever. There, I wasn't ready for it. But regardless, if you stay primed, you can shield. There, I tried to jump out of shield. You know, whatever. So the other thing is, you know, how negative is this on shield? So let's take a look at that real fast. Negative 17, 16, 17, 6, 10. So if he, as long as he doesn't get the long hit right here, because if he hits you like up close with neutral B, just the normal one or the mid one. Okay, I don't know why he started doing that. Oh, okay. All right. But then sometimes, you know, if you get a little close and he goes for it, like you can call out that distance. You know, whatever. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Okay, so just want to make sure, so you feel after today that you have some good understanding of like how you can better approach this matchup now. Okay, fantastic. Okay, great. Awesome. So we already asked you, so you know like 2 things that you can look for. And then what's one thing that we watched you do so much today that you know you need to stop doing? Landing on shield with dare. When you do that, you're literally saying to them, hit me. You're literally like, hit me, bitch. Like, come on. The only time you want someone to like threaten hitting you is when you're in shield. You want to be like underneath somebody when they're like about to land on you and you're like, come on, hit my shield, bitch, hit my shield. So that way I can fucking ferry you and kill you. That's the type of game that we want. Or we want to be like, you know, hit my shield so I can up B out of shield. And then like, if they're using like a safe aerial, like Rob Nair is safe. So if they land on you with Nair, you have to be like committed to being like, okay, I'm just going to sit here in shield and I'm going to wait and I'm going to like buffer spot dodge, buffer roll, you know, drop shield, get out, whatever, instead of choosing an aggressive option. But when you're doing that to them, your dare is never safe on shield. I don't care what anybody tells you, it's never safe on shield. So you're never going to be able to like capitalize off the fact that it's -6. Because technically it's -6, but that's frame perfect. That means you land it 1 frame before you land. You'll get frame 6, negative shield, sorry, on, oh my God, my brain is breaking. You'll get -6 on shield, but Zelda's grab is slow and her tilts are like, okay. So like you might be able to do like, I don't know, like frame perfect fast fall dare into like down tilt or down smash, but like if they hold shield, it's nothing, you know what I mean? Like nothing's gonna happen. So So yeah, so other than that, I think we'll go ahead and end for today. I'm glad that we went over that just because I'm seeing a lot of improvement from things that we've talked about, and it's really, really nice to see. You were defaulting back to center a lot more. You were making sure that in high pressure situations, you weren't, it didn't seem like you were making as many mistakes. It seems like you were lasting a long time. And this is a high tier character. I don't care like if they're the best player or not. High tier character, or sorry, top tier characters rather, carry people because the character is so good, so they don't even have to be that much better than you to do well. So the fact that you like lasted as long as you did, considering you also SD'd, I think you did a great job. If you knew these things that we talked about today, I'm convinced you would have won easily. So nice. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So Min Min is very hard, but I'm going to give you a tip. I want you to write this down. You might have heard me say this on stream before, but it's something that you should always try to keep in mind when fighting against her. You have to play neutral against her arms, not her.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. If they hold the A button, it automatically targets where you are and then releases. They don't have to aim it. They don't have to try. It's free as fuck. It's DLC. I know it's annoying, honey. You literally can't. Like, I know that's Min Min's thing. So you have to play very slow and you have to walk and shield and you have to inch towards her. So when you're fighting against her, you have to play neutral against her arms. The best thing that you can do is play neutral so safely that if you eventually get an opportunity to like the safer that you play, the more you'll be able to pick up on her habits. And if she throws one arm and hits your shield, you can react. If she throws another arm, you can teleport into her. But it's only if she throws one arm and hits your shield and then she throws another, because you're moving out of the way. So she's still recovering from end lag on one of her arms, and then her other arm is out. So it's like she can't throw the other arm until she's finished throwing that first arm. She can't throw both arms at once, right? So if she throws one arm at you and you shield it, you just, the thing is that if she throws one arm and she doesn't do anything, you don't teleport out shield. You just drop shield, get some space, play careful. If she hits your shield with one arm and then she throws the other arm, you just teleport right into her before the second arm even hits you. So wait. So again, it's like watching Rob. You have to watch her closely. She throws that first arm, you just hold and shield. If she starts to throw the second arm after she's hit your shield already, then you react to that and teleport into her. That's how you land hits. After, what's crazy is after you land a hit on her, especially if you land a teleport on her, just hold shield, because she's going to be in disadvantage and she's going to throw that fucking shit right at you. You either do that. This is going to sound so weird, but if you hit her off stage, you have to jump back and charge Phantom as far as you can, because here's the T. If you can get Phantom out, if she throws a punch, right, her arm gets stopped by the Phantom. Now, she can hit Dragon Laser at you, right? And if she hits the Phantom, she can hold the A button to shoot the laser through the Phantom. But that gives you a clear indication of where the laser is going to be. It's not coming all the way at you. It's like, I don't know if you can see my screen right now. I think I don't know if I stopped sharing it. Let me share my screen real quick. This is going to look really dumb. But I don't care. So if you look here, so if you're fighting Min Min and you fucking get Phantom out, right? If you're here and Phantom's here and she hits, what, can you not see me? Okay. So you're fine. So here's the thing. If this is Phantom, right? And I don't fucking know, like, this is Min Min's Dragon Laser. Like, if you're here, right? This is hard for me to do. Okay. If you're here and Min Min's here and she hits, if you're able to jump back and get the Phantom out and you're able to throw it and keep it here or let it go off on its own, whatever. If she tries to hit you, first of all, obviously Phantom, she can't get past it. So the only thing she can do is hit it, and then she can try to shoot the laser through it. But the problem is that if she does that, the laser's only going to go this far. So if you're here, you can sort of take this opportunity to watch her, and if she throws an arm, you can just jump. And then she's hitting laser out here, and then you're landing here, and now you're in her space. So now you have to hold shield and watch her, because now she's going to start getting mashy. She's going to probably buffer roll, buffer dash attack, double roll, whatever, because she's trying to get away from you again. So you do that to see what she does. So that way, the next time you get into this situation, you can land here and know she's going to roll behind you, and then you turn around and grab her. You have to play that way first, so that way you can come out on top, because you cannot guess against a character like that. So I know that's not like an in-depth analysis, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of information to work with. So there's one more thing that I'm going to show you. I want you to stick around for after the stream. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you learned something today. As always, if you ever want to book a session with me, you always can at metafy.gg/@KatyXParry. Subscribers get 10% off, so make sure you look up for that. Other than that, have a fantastic day. I've done 3 sessions today, so I'm going to get myself a nice bubble bath. Have a good day, guys.